viewers, and welcome to yet another beautiful episode of our Health Talk on NTA Lafia. And today we're going to discuss antenatal care. And with me to discuss antenatal care is Chief Mrs. Victoria Harry. She is the Chief Nursing Officer in charge of the antenatal care in the Hatchara Specialist Hospital. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. I want to ask you what antenatal care is all about.
Antenatal care is the care given to a pregnant woman. That was a simple definition. Antenatal care. Okay. Care given to a pregnant woman by a healthcare provider. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the importance of antenatal care to pregnant women?
The importance of antenatal care to a pregnant woman, a woman is carrying a baby in her womb and she needs to take care of herself. That is by going to a healthcare center to know the health of herself and that of her baby. It's very, very vital. It's very important for a woman to go to healthcare center to really know how she is doing and how her baby is doing too. Because there are so many things that will be done for her as she goes to the healthcare center to see her.
Right. Things like?
Well, there are investigations that will be done for her, if she comes to the clinic.
Will there be drugs they will give to her too?
Well, as she comes to the clinic, she will be booked.
Okay.
The nurses will play their own role. The lab scientists will play their own role. And the doctors will play their own role. And where she goes to see the doctor is where they will write various investigations for her to dictate if there's anything at all, any infection during this pregnancy, that can be detected early and, be taken care of to treat so that whatever disease she may be harboring without knowing will be taken care of so that it doesn't affect her baby in the womb. Yeah.
And then she too be in a
treated, yes, a healthy state.
Do you people give them dietary, like nutrition, what they should eat, exercise they should do? Should they walk when they are pregnant?
The pregnancy is not a sickness, it's not a disease that will stop a woman from carrying out activities, either at home or at her place of work. So they carry out their normal domestic activities and even in the office. And as they come to us, we book them first. They have to be given an antenatal card. When they're issued with the card, the nurses have their role to play, like I initially said, that the lab scientists, the nurses, the doctors, we work as a team. And everybody has its own role to play. So the medical records officer too is involved in this activity. So the medical records will issue them with a card whereby the nurses will now take over from there. First of all, after the booking, we give them a health talk. They are seated as a group, we give them a talk, and we pick a topic and give to them. It can be on diet, you ask of dietary. We just give them a talk on that. You understand? We educate them on the type of diet they are to eat while they are pregnant, because they need to take something that will make their babies grow well and she too will be healthy. So, we give them health talk, we check their blood pressure, check their weight and their height. Then from there, we move on to, the cards. If you are a newcomer, on first visit to the clinic, we do a history taking. The nurses do the history taking. After history taking, that is where you come in to check their weight, their height, and their blood pressure. Then finally, the doctors will see them and place them on any, there are routine drugs they give to them.
Okay.
And so they place them on routine drugs.
Okay.
And at which time, they will fill these forms for investigation. Not only the lab, even the scanning, they go for ultrasound.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means there is danger if a woman does not come for antenatal.
Of course.
Please, can you know some of these things that may happen, the effect of not attending antenatal?
Okay, the effect of not attending antenatal clinic, there are so many effects. If a woman is pregnant, she may be carrying not only one. You may see a physical individual, but many lives in her. Because I believe you must have heard of women giving birth to up to 8 babies.
Yes.
Yes. So it's just a physical life you are seeing. Yes. So that alone is very, very important. Even if it is one she is carrying, it's very important to, attend antenatal clinics so that, like I said, they will be able to carry out this investigation and detect anything that is deviating from the normal, so that can be taken care of before she goes to bed. If she does not attend antenatal clinic, you may have some babies may not lie the normal position. They may not adopt that normal position in the womb, and so there is that need to go and seek medical attention so that can be taken care of, whatever the problem may be. But if they don't attend antenatal clinic, they stand a lot of risk. And there are consequences to that. Because she may face it either during the pregnancy, labor, or delivery, or even after delivery. There are a lot of complications that may arise. But if she comes and these things are early detected, some of them are given a very close appointment, regular and frequent appointment if they are found to be having some problems during pregnancy. That is pregnancy complications. And so there is a need for antenatal clinic so that they don't fall victim of circumstances.
Complications. So normally when they come, we want to know what you actually do for them as the women come. When you say you have your role as a nurse, then you play. We want to know what you do for them as a nurse, as the nurse in charge here.
Okay.
Yes, what do you do for them?
Well, the role of the nurse here in a pregnant woman is, like I said, we want to know exactly what we do for them.
Yes.
Like I earlier told you, after they issued the antenatal card, we take them to, we register them. That is by doing a history taking. We check if you look at the antenatal card, there are a lot of information in the card that we ask them questions and they give us responses to the questions we ask them. And this is to safeguard, like I said, all these complications, correct data, because some of them may not even tell you the correct thing. They may not tell you the truth of the information you try to get from them. And so based on your own approach to them, they will open up and tell you all that is required, what you need to know so that you can assist them. And so there has to be that good rapport. You are the one to make them open up. And so when you ask them, because there are questions that we ask in this, there are some areas in the card that you may not need somebody to even hear what you want to get from the client. So if you approach them well, like what is obtainable here, we gather them and we put them together. And it's a person-to-person interaction, and so one-to-one. So you ask them these questions, and they give you their responses. You document on the card, and so after that history taking, then you do the blood pressure, weighing, and the height, like I earlier mentioned. Then after which the doctors will now see them. That is our role. In fact, you know, like before, the midwives will do everything. You do the booking, you do the issuing of antenatal cards, you do the history taking, you do the palpation, general, you know, examination of the client. You do the prescription, you do everything. You see them off. That was then. But now, you know, we have more doctors, we have more hands. Although we still cry of this, I'm not saying so well with the few we have, at least the doctors, I mean the nurses play their role, and the doctors do the palpation. That is what is obtainable, I mean, in this unit here. Yeah. That is what we do. Usually, like I said, you know, you will give them health talk. So many, you know, you give them health talk on diet, give them health talk on personal hygiene. You get them prepared for their delivery, for their labor and delivery. Labor and delivery. And even after delivery, there is need to come for a follow-up check. Yes. They need to come for a checkup. Yes, there is need, and that is 6 weeks after delivery. There is need for a woman, whether she had a normal delivery or whichever means she had a baby, there is need to come for a checkup after 6 weeks under normal circumstances. And those that had their babies through cesarean section, that is operation, I think their own is more, they come at that 6 weeks, but depending on the situation she finds herself during her labor and delivery. And so the doctor does that. He gives her the period of which she will come for a checkup. Some come earlier than the 6 weeks. They come about 2 or 3 times before the final 6 weeks. And that is the period that
Okay, ma. Are there like times you are supposed to bring when you're coming for antenatal? When you are coming, not when you are going for delivery. When you are coming for antenatal, are there things you're supposed to bring? Or antenatal care is supposed to be free?
No, antenatal care is free. Antenatal care is free. Yes, they don't bring anything during antenatal. Is when they are going for delivery. There are few items they bring, not complete. Because we even, you know, some of them. Yes, we give them a list of what is not available as free at the labor room there, where the hospital cannot provide. You know, that's where, you know, they will need to play a little role.
So what are the things you ask them to provide?
Well, there are just few things. Things like jig, there's a delivery towel, surgical gloves, olive oil, pad, sanitary pad, and there are some infusions. There are some of these infusions. Sometimes they have them available in the delivery room. Sometimes, if it is not available, you know, you see a pregnant woman. Every pregnant woman is at risk, and so every woman that is pregnant is at risk. Yes, because you don't know the outcome, the revelation of the pregnancy. That's the terminal stage of it, and so every woman is at risk. And so, like this thing I just mentioned, the infusion, you know, when they have it available, they come. That is what they keep them on. They don't even eat when they come in labor, and so they give us that list. This list come from the delivery room, not from antenatal. So anything they don't have available, I always tell them, you know, let them make us, they should let us know so that we inform the women early.
And we want to find out how has antenatal contributed in continuing this problem amongst women.
It's through this health talk we give to them. Like I said, we pick just a topic and give to them. If you say you will lump all the health talk to give to them, some of them have they don't have a good retentive memory, and so we pick just a topic so that they can keep that in there, they can record it in their. So how you can curtail this, as you intensify, you lay emphasis on the consequences of, you know, hypertension. No, the consequences of not attending antenatal clinic. You may fall a victim of such circumstances, and if you don't attend antenatal clinic, you not even have the knowledge as to what to do. You know, should you bleed if you are still pregnant or after delivery? What happens to you? And so we give them a health talk with emphasis on this bleeding. If you know, some of them already know that they used to bleed either during pregnancy or after delivery. And so if you talk, I mean, you give them this health talk, at least they will remember that you tell them the risk of even delivery. Why we even have this bleeding are mostly those women that don't attend antenatal clinic. They are rushed in a critical state in the labor room, delivery room. But those that already know their situation, they know that after or every delivery of theirs, they used to bleed. And so you caution them, you tell them they should inform the doctor as the doctor sees them at the antenatal clinic. Look, I'm a candidate of what we call postpartum hemorrhage, bleeding case. So after each delivery, some of you will even tell you, it's just like a tap, a running tap. When I deliver, you see blood will be rushing from my body like a running tap with a high pressure. And so we always, you know, we take care of such cases. We see them as special cases. We don't treat them like just ordinary pregnant woman who comes for antenatal and goes just for attending sick, but we treat them with some specialities. You know, there are cases, we call them special cases, emergencies. So the bleeding and the hypertensive cases are seen as emergencies. They are seen as special cases, and so we don't just treat them like that. Their own appointments are even more frequent, and sometimes their delivery, you prepare them. They don't stay until they fall in labor before they come. No, some of them will be admitted. They will be put to, you know, they will be admitted in the ward for some days or weeks prior to their delivery, prior to their expected date of delivery. Yes. So that is how antenatal come in to play a role, you know, in curtailing bleeding or a woman who is having a hypertension or a pregnancy-induced hypertension. And so right from the beginning, in fact, you know, under normal circumstances, we book women, or the doctor starts seeing them when they are 4 months. That is 16 weeks. But for cases like this, they are booked earlier and taken care of earlier. And so it continues until they get to delivery stage.
Ma, what is the contribution of traditional practices like Kunun Kawan to the mortality of pregnant women in Lafia?
Kunun Kawan, you know, Kunun Kawan is not the best. I know our women here commonly take it, especially after delivery. And so it is not, I will not advise them to take this Kunun Kawan because it has an effect on the heart. So medically, we don't advise women to take Kunun Kawan. Anybody who is hypertensive is not even advised to take Kunun Kawan. Even myself that I'm hypertensive, my doctor will always tell me, don't put Kawan in your soup. So I wouldn't advise them to take any Kunun Kawan. When not only when they are pregnant, but anybody who is hypertensive, that is more, you know, dangerous for a woman. So it is not advisable to take Kunun Kawan. It has no medical reason on their health. Yes.
You heard from her. She said Kunun Kawan is not beneficiary to your health. So please stay away from it. Before we go, I want you to tell us what's the role of the man, stroke the husband, in antenatal care for a pregnant woman? We really want to know what role a man has to play in this antenatal care. It's very important.
The men should not even ask that question. What the men, you know, they don't even need to ask. They know that they are the brain behind
the situation.
Yes, the situation.
Yes.
And so they have a very big role to play here because they need to support this woman. She did not just get this pregnancy alone. Yes, it takes two to tango. And so the man needs to support this woman who is pregnant. But you know, the attitude of some men, what we see here, I wouldn't hide it to you. You know, some of them are very supportive. They come with their women here. They will stay from morning till the doctor sees the woman and they finally leave the hospital. And some, the women will come with their tears that the husband did not allow them to come for this antenatal clinic. They have to sell the little things they have so that they could, you know, seek their help. And so some of the men have a very big role to play. He's the provider of the house. Yes. He is the head of the family. And so, you know, without the man, the woman cannot lean on anybody. And so the man will need to, all the things required, these items you ask, he's the one to provide. But, well, for the working class ladies, if the man doesn't, you know, if he refuses, if he runs away from his responsibilities, she takes care of herself. But what about my sister who did not go to school, who has nothing doing? She has no business, she has nothing to build her home. That is where the man comes into play, a very big role. He will provide everything for her, virtually everything. And so the man's role is very, very important here, especially when a woman is pregnant. You know, there are so many things. When a woman is pregnant, you know, these hormones make some women to be very aggressive. Anywhere they go, in the man will feel, I mean, the way her attitude generally, sometimes will make the man to run away. But if he's an understanding man, he should not step out. He should stay, listen to her, hear what she has in mind, and you know, when they talk and make it together, at least she'll be okay. But so the men really need to support these women because these items, you don't expect her to provide them herself. It is your own role. Because as she came to you, she marries you, she gives it back to this baby. Tomorrow you say, marriage no more. She goes, you say, leave my baby for me. And so you have a very big role to play. You have to support them. You need to support and encourage these women and they will be happy. Women are just like children.
Yes. We are just like children. So all we need is psychological comfort.
Yes. You have to support them psychologically and otherwise, you know, you cuddle them and they feel happy. Whether you don't provide, but if you show that you are concerned for the situation she is in, she'll be happy. And the little she has, whether somebody gives to her, she wants to support you with it. Even though she has, I mean, she's not doing anything for a living. It is you that is the overall.
Thank you, ma'am. Before we go, I want to ask you to advise our women out there, because you as a mother, you've been in this field for a long time, and you are a mother, you know what to advise us. Yes, ma'am.
The young ones that are not married should not be pregnant, and so we don't expect them, but if it happens, well, parents should give them all the support that they need. The mistake has been made, and so they need to support them. And for you, the young ones that are married, you have to, there should be that unity, there should be that respect from you, the woman, to your husband, because if you need anything, you have to approach him in a manner that is appreciable. You don't have to be harsh. If you are seeking for anything from him, you should know when to even approach him when you want something from him. So the way we approach our men to even seek permission to come for antenatal clinic matters a lot. So we need to approach them in a manner that will be acceptable to them, so that, you know, whatever we need, they will always be on our side, and they will always give us all the support that they need to give to us. And the women out there, if they are granted that permission to come to the clinic, they should make sure that they have gone to the right place, not to go to a different occasion under the umbrella of coming to the clinic or antenatal clinic. And as they attend this antenatal clinic, they should take it with all seriousness. Whatever they are told here, they should, you know, they should, abide by all the rules given them or guiding this antenatal, and all will work well. That is what I have to say.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We are very grateful, and we are happy you had time to come to the studio. We are grateful. Thank you for being here. And we want to have you once more again on immunization. Next time we're going to talk. We want to talk about immunization. Thank you very much, and God bless you. And that is how far we can go with antenatal care in pregnancy. Please stay with us next time, and remain blessed, and always watch NT Latvia. Thank you.